Next we have Virginia Tech, who finished 3-8. I know y'all thinking like how they finished 3-8. That's not 12 games because of the UVA thing. They were supposed to play UVA, but UVA canceled his last two games. They finished 1-6 in ACC play. Grant Wells, the quarterback, returns, who's not really much of a thrower. I think he's more so of a runner. Ollie Jennings is the transfer receiver that comes in from Old Dominion. I think he had close to 1,000 yards, if not 1,000 yards last year. So that's a good pickup. Then they have
Yeah.
Jalen Lane, another transfer receiver from
He's
Middle
good too.
Tennessee State. He's nice. I think that's the speedster, correct? If I'm not
Yeah,
mistaken.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
that's
He
what I
got some
thought.
deals.
Yeah. So that's a great pickup. So they had the 45th overall recruiting class, which isn't good for Virginia Tech because Virginia Tech is somewhat of a football school. So that's
Mhm.
not really good. Their standards. Ace, give me something about Virginia Tech.
Yeah, like you said, they do have an influx of talent in the wide receiver room now. Now can they get that talent going? I'm not 100% sure. I feel like they struggled on the ground game last year, and if you're going to pass, you got to at least get the ground game going. I think they can do that if they're just averaging 3 yards per carry or just over 3 yards per carry at that. The secondary was pretty good, but lost the stud in Cypress, so I'm not too sure how they replace him. I do know they have Brent Pry, who's a pretty good defensive coach. So maybe their linebackers will be flying around, and they probably can scrap together a pretty good defense, but will they have the firepower on O to back that up and keep them off the field? I don't think so.
Yeah, I don't think so either. So first game of the season is against Old Dominion. I actually have this as an L for Virginia Tech. Um,
Um, I don't know. I think I can see them winning this and that. It's probably a close game though. Probably a very close game because
yep,
Old
yep,
Dominion is not a slouch.
yep, exactly. Then we have Purdue. I have Purdue as an L. Obviously, Purdue is just a better team.
Yeah,
Then I
agree.
have at Rutgers, who Rutgers isn't no. Oh my, they're not 1,000 times better than Virginia Tech, but they're no slouches either.
No.
They're normally the bottom of the Big Ten, but I think they'll beat Virginia Tech.
I think I'll give it to Rutgers just because they're at home. But a lot of the same, I shared a lot of the same sentiment you do with
All right, and now we have at Marshall, which I think is another L, leaving Virginia Tech to start 0-4 in my opinion.
um I think they pull that one out. I think they can pull out against Marshall.
Okay.
They're going to have to prove that they can. They're going to have to prove that they tough somehow. They got to go. If you can't go into Marshall and get a win, your season's pretty doomed. And I don't think they're as bad as Virginia. So I at least got them with a couple more wins than them.
Okay. All right. Moving on, we have at home against Penn. I think this is a L for sure.
For sure.
And then we have at Florida State, as discussed. This is going to be a dog walk.
Yeah,
Wake
yeah.
Forest, I think, is the first W of the season after starting 0-6. In my opinion, I think they get their first W against Wake Forest.
Dang, till October.
Look, man, I think it's going to
um,
be a real rough start to these guys.
yeah, I agree though. I do think they pull out a W against Wake Forest.
All right, and then we have not at Syracuse, excuse me, at home against Syracuse. I have that as an L.
I have that as a W. I think coming off a bye week, they may have something for Syracuse.
I don't know, man. I'm like so low on this Virginia Tech team either this year. It's not even funny.
Yeah,
We have at Louisville, which I think that's another L.
I agree.
Cool. And then we have at Boston College, which for some reason I have this as a W. I don't know. I'm just as low at Boston College as I am in Virginia Tech. So I think Virginia Tech gets it out. I think Virginia Tech is more of a football school. I think Virginia Tech might be able to edge it out. So
Yeah, it's a toss up. I'm not mad at you giving them the W though. I can see it. I can see it happening.
all right. Then we go to at home against NC State. I think NC State pulls this one out.
I don't know. I think NC State may hand them an L right here.
Oh, you think Virginia Tech gets it against NC State?
No, I think Virginia. I think NC State is going to
Oh yeah,
hand
so
them.
we agree then. We hear
Yeah,
then.
yeah,
Okay, cool. And then lastly, as discussed, we got the rivalry game, and I think that Virginia Tech gets the W over Virginia.
yeah. They should at least if they have any self respect.
So that for me, that leaves Virginia Tech also at 3-9, but 3-5 in ACC play, making them win on the tiebreaker over Virginia.
Yeah, I think I had them around like More like 4 and 8
8.
ish, kind of.
Yeah,
4
because
and 8.
you got we differ in the Marshall game. So you have them winning Marshall, I have them losing.
Yeah.
Thank you for staying to the end. If you're watching this on YouTube, please like this video, subscribe, and also hit that notification button so you can be notified next time we put out a video. If you're listening on any podcast platform, subscribe and hit that notification button, y'all, so you can be notified we put out another podcast audio. And last but not least, hit that share button. No matter what you're listening to or watching it, hit that share button and send it to somebody that you know that would love to watch this episode you just listened to. So once again, thank you for staying to the end, and we'll see y'all at the next episode.